Medal of Honor meets Full Spectrum Warrior in a heartfelt, intense, and deeply strategic true-life war experience. One of the parts that stands out about this game is that its missions are based on real-life events. Brothers in Arms takes you from the skies over Normandy to Hill 30 in Carentan, through the streets and cities of France, across 7 long days of war in June of 1944, with the 502nd Parachute Infantry. Every step of the way is based on real-life events. You'll follow the same map across enemy lines that Fox Company did over 60 years ago. One thing that makes this game different from other games in the genre is that it focuses on the personalities of the men.
Jesus, it's great to see you guys.
The story is told through your eyes and those of your fellow soldiers. Each man has his own distinct personality and appearance. The men bicker, argue, joke, laugh, swear, and cry. All of this helps to make Road to Hill 30 an emotionally immersive experience. The levels are a blend of the French countryside and urban combat zones. Some maps force you into closed positions, and others offer you a wide variety of attack patterns. Like any outdoor first-person game, there are plenty of area restrictions, such as random roadblocks, tons of locked doors and invisible walls, but most of the areas give you the freedom to choose how and where you want to engage the enemy. The graphics are solid. Waving grass, muzzle flashes, smoke, blood, and dirt on the camera all add up to this realistic war experience. The texture maps are fairly detailed. Tanks, buildings, and stone walls all look good from any distance. The grass, trees, and shrubs tend to pixelate and flatten out when close to the camera. The character models of the 101st Airborne are sometimes frighteningly realistic and expressive. They look you right in the eyes when they talk or await your orders. Like everything around them, they've been scarred by the strain of war, and it shows in the stains on their uniforms, the mud on their skin, and the fearful, fatigued looks on their faces. Like the story and setting, the audio atmosphere is brutally authentic. The weapon effects are more realistic than fantastic, and you hear from your men on a regular basis.
I'm reloading here! Fire!
The music is serene and inspiring, and evokes the feeling of a calm before the storm of battle. It plays sparingly during missions, and like other World War II soundtracks, its mood helps maintain a historical and nostalgic perspective. Brothers in Arms attempts to solve or lessen the frustration of 2 problems that consistently plague first-person shooters: an inability to understand your environment and miscommunication with your fellow AI warriors should they ever be at your disposal. The first is solved by a battleground view mode that you can activate at any moment during the assault. This freezes the action in place and lets you survey the combat zone, scout for enemies, study their location, and plan an effective strategy for your attack. The second, commanding your troops, is easy to execute if you take the time to examine the playing field. You head up 2 3-man squads, one for cover and one for flanking. Some missions also provide tank support. You have direct control over where your men move and what they shoot at. Enemies have suppression indicators which gauge the potential danger of a group to you and your team, as well as let you know exactly where they are at all times. If you choose to keep these visible, they help to pick strategic and safe places to send your men. First-person shooter fans that prefer a run-and-gun, non-stop action adventure will probably be breaking the controller when they die for the 14th time by a German sniper. 1 or 2 well-placed shots can be enough to drop you. The action in Brothers in Arms is fast-paced, but every move you make has to be carefully planned and executed. The strategic approach to war combat also makes Brothers in Arms multiplayer mode a unique experience. Each player has 2 full squads at their disposal, which can make a LAN or online match frenzied and turbulent. If you have the patience, Brothers in Arms lets you control a battle like no other World War II first-person shooter ever has. If you're more of a one-man army veteran, then you'll grow tired of the strategy elements in Brothers in Arms. With a little perseverance and some careful positioning, hopefully you can make it to Hill 30 in one piece.